Hi everyone, I'm EllaAradia and welcome to your June 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. So this reading is for my Taurus earth signs, where we'll be exploring the overall energies and themes for the month ahead, as well as taking a deeper dive into how these might be playing out for you in your life. So this is a general reading. It's going to resonate a little bit differently for all of you. Although sometimes these messages can get very specific, but what I do find is there's always a shared theme that just runs through the collective of all of you Taurus signs. So take what feels aligned to you and just leave the rest. And before we jump in, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do, as it helps the channel out a lot and doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And then of course you can get notified when the next videos are up. Okay, Taurus, so let's jump in. Okay. So what I'm feeling here straight away, Taurus, is change. And I feel that for many of you, you may be going through a little bit of a tower moment right now. So it feels like this is quite a challenging time. It's this, one of those times in life where it just feels like everything around you just starts falling apart. And I also get the sense of this feeling like it was something that was out of your control. Like a sudden change, an unexpected change. And I feel like for many of you, this is going to resonate with perhaps the job or career area of your life. Although for some of you, this feels like a location change. And, this change, this unexpected change, it is something very significant because it feels like it has the power to really put you on a different path in life, to really change the direction of your life. And with your overall energies, we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is often a card of conflict. Now, sometimes this can be conflict around you. And for some of you, I do feel like this unexpected sudden change, like particularly in terms of career, that there is this sense of feeling betrayed. And for those of you in a relationship, this is challenge and conflict within that relationship. And for others, this is going to be an internal conflict. And so with your current energies, we have the Emperor. Now, this is a card of stability, of strong foundations. It can be a card of control, which is something I'm feeling for many of you right now. You're not feeling like you have. Of course, you do have that. And the Emperor is a card about, really, stepping into your power and taking control of your life. And this is the thing, when we have, these kind of tower moments in life, it's so important as to how we approach it. And it's also important to remember that whatever is happening, whether it's a job that's come to a sudden end or a relationship or whatever that is, we are always creating our experiences, and on a much deeper level, I feel that this, has been created, on a soul level, because it's a change that was necessary. And I feel if you were to really feel into your situation, if we were be really honest, that for me there is this sense of, something feeling unhealthy about that. So there's a lack of fulfillment, a lack of contentment. And so this change comes in because it's about moving you into a better place in yourself and in life, right? So with the Page of Wands, now this could be your person if you're in a relationship. This also is a card of new beginnings, of being open to new creative beginnings, moving from a place of inspiration inside of yourself, you know, following and being open perhaps to a new creative flow. But with your feelings, we have this Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords, you know, this can be a challenging card because it often represents painful endings. Sometimes with a sense of betrayal, which is what I was talking about before. And it can be, you know, a difficult ending of some sort. But it's important to remember, you know, that after a challenging time, you know, there is light. And behind the swords here, we have that, you know, the dawn, a new horizon, a new beginning. So with every ending, there is a new beginning. And the challenge here right now is the High Priestess, and I feel like this is for many of you about just really using your intuition at this time. I feel like the struggle is around, you know, not knowing what's next. That was the first thing I saw when I tuned in, you know, this kind of anxiety or worry as to what's next. You know, this huge change has taken place. Where does that leave me? And so this is a call really to, you know, really connect to your intuition, your inner wisdom at this time, and just let that carry you forward, you know, without having to know perhaps the destination. You know, things unfold sometimes as you move forwards. And so with your hidden influence here, we have the World. So this is a card of cycles, of beginnings and endings. It's the ending of, you know, one whole phase in your life and the beginning of a whole new one. And in terms of those of you that are in a relationship, you know, this can be one of these kind of make or break moments where there's been challenges, you know, and it's got heavy, it started to, you know, come in between you. And those blocks and challenges, those fears and insecurities, they often come up when something is about to shift to the next level. And, you know, it can be a make or break. It can be when that relationship is going to come to a completion. But it can also be when things are going to shift to the next level with that person. But that's going to involve, you know, opening up, facing fears, insecurities, you know, really looking at the challenges and the issues that are there, but using it perhaps to bring you closer together. So with your advice card, this is Justice. So Justice comes in usually, you know, regardless of what the situation is, to really cut through to the truth. It's a card of fairness. It's a card of, you know, cause and effect and of karma. And with your potential outcome, Taurus, we have the Fool. So this is all about a new beginning. And it's about taking a leap of faith. It's about approaching life with an open heart, with curiosity. And again, you know, one step at a time. And even though, you know, this might be a challenging time for you, it's important to also remember that everything is happening for a reason. It is happening for a higher purpose. And whatever is unfolding for you, you know, is happening for you rather than against you. So it's really just about trusting this process right now, that it is going to lead you into a better place. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. So if this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, no matter what comes through in a reading, moving forwards, always trust what feels right for you. So thanks so much for being here, and I wish you a great month ahead.